Hi, I'm Sydney Bright.
My name's Olivia Anderson, and our project is on alcohol abuse in young adults.
The problem is underage drinking in North Carolina. About 20% of youth aged 12 to 20 have self-reported that they have drank alcohol within the last 30 days. Underage drinking and alcohol abuse in North Carolina is a significant public health problem with serious consequences for youth in the community. It is a problem because of consuming alcohol at a young age can lead to impaired brain development, increased risk of accidents, risky behaviors, and long-term addiction issues.
The problem statement. According to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, underage drinking contributes to higher rates of injuries, violence, and academic problems among teens, making it a severe health concern. The problem is widespread. Data from the Youth Risk Behavior Survey shows that a substantial percentage of high school students in North Carolina report drinking alcohol before the legal age of 21. This behavior is urgent because early alcohol use increases the likelihood of developing alcohol dependence later in life. The issue has happened decade after decade, partly because of cultural acceptance of drinking and the availability of alcohol.
Problem analysis. The problem originates from a mix of social, environmental, and behavioral factors. Peer pressure, family attitudes towards drinking, easy access to alcohol, and targeted marketing by alcohol companies all contribute to underage drinking. The problem persists because of gaps in enforcement of underage drinking laws, lack of consistent education, and social norms that sometimes downplay the risks. While the problem is fixable, obstacles include resistance to policy changes, limited resources for prevention programs, and challenges in changing youth behavior and attitudes. Effective solutions require coordinated efforts among schools, family, communities, and policymakers.
Audience analysis. The primary audience is individuals located in North Carolina who are under 21 and consume alcohol as well as their families. In North Carolina last year, there were roughly 2,600,000 young adults between the ages of 12 to 20. As mentioned earlier, about 20% of that number has drank in the last 30 days, which is a large amount of youths drinking before they should be. The target audience also includes these youths' families, which means there's a very large demographic this problem affects. Annually in North Carolina, there's about 4,000 alcohol related deaths among young adults under the age of 21. This information is notable because 37% of the parents said that underage drinking is a big problem, while 58% of students said that it's a big problem.
Goals and objectives. The goal of this campaign is to reduce underage alcohol consumption among school students and underage college students in North Carolina by increasing their knowledge about the risks, shifting attitudes toward alcohol use, and promoting healthier behavior choices within a year. The process objective is by the end of the first 6 months, conduct at least 5 interactive educational workshops in local high schools and near college campuses, reaching a minimum of 300 students to deliver campaign messages about underage drinking risks. The knowledge objective is within 9 months, increase the percentage of students who correctly identify at least three health risks associated with underage drinking from 40% to 70%, as measured by pre and post campaign surveys. The belief objective is by the end of the year to increase the percentage of students who believe that underage drinking significantly harms their academic and social future from, from 50% to 80% based on survey responses. Finally, the behavior objective is within a year achieve a 25% increase in the number of students who report choosing to abstain from alcohol or reduce their drinking measured by a self-reporting survey.
Channel analysis. The first channel of communication that would be most effective for our target audience of individuals who drink underage and their families would be social media. In today's society, social media plays a big role in youth's lives. Networks such as Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube are very popular among youths. Most young adults obtain health information from social media both actively and through passive exposure. So even if these youths weren't intentionally looking to learn about the dangers of underage drinking, they would likely still learn about it passively through posts that pop up on their feed. The second channel of communication that would be very effective for the target audience is via interactive educational workshop at colleges and high schools. Going to high schools and colleges would allow the message to be spread to a large number of youths in a short amount of time. Educational workshops provide numerous benefits to student education. They promote proficiency in verbal communication, building an understanding of a specific area, promote growth and networking within the community, encourage and motivate the student, and give students an opportunity to learn in an environment outside of the classroom.
Channel analysis continued. The target audience for this campaign is likely in the just contemplating stage, which is why it is so crucial to properly inform them of the dangers of underage drinking. Both these channels can be an effective method to pursue someone. With social media such as Instagram, youths could see their friends or people they look up to post about the dangers of underage drinking, as well as workshops that can be an effective method in this stage because they can give the youth a sense of community that is against underage drinking.
The health belief model. The first one is perceived susceptibility. Perceived susceptibility refers to an individual's belief about the likelihood of experiencing a health problem. In the context of underage drinking, students need to recognize that they themselves are at risk of negative outcomes from alcohol use. Research shows that adolescents often underestimate their vulnerability to alcohol related harms, which reduces their motivation to avoid drinking. To address this, our campaign will use localized information to show how much a young person believes they're at risk of harm from drinking alcohol. If they think they won't be affected or that it is safe to drink, they may be more likely to abuse alcohol. The second one is perceived severity. Perceived severity involves beliefs about the seriousness of consequences of a behavior. Many teens may view underage drinking as a harmless social activity without fully understanding the long term effects. Highlighting the severe health, social, and legal consequences can shift that perception. The third one is perceived benefits. Perceived benefits refers to the belief that taking a certain action will reduce the risk or severity of a health issue. In preventing underage drinking, it's important to communicate the positive outcomes of choosing not to drink, such as better academic performance, improved health, and stronger relationships with family and friends. Showing these benefits can motivate students to avoid alcohol.
The health belief model continued. Perceived barriers are the obstacles or negative aspects that might prevent someone from changing their behavior. For teens, this could include peer pressure, fear of missing out, or lack of confidence in saying no. By explaining the barriers to underage teens, it can help them create strategies to resist peer pressure and by normalizing sober social activities. Cues to action are triggers that prompt individuals to take action. These can be reminders, warnings, or encouragement from peers, family, or media, including strong, relatable cues in a campaign like testimonials or impactful visuals can help prompt students to think twice before drinking. Finally, self efficiency is the confidence in one's ability to successfully perform the desired behavior. Building self efficiency could involve teaching refusal skills and providing support systems to help students feel capable of avoiding alcohol. Providing supportive environments such as a trusted adult or friends who encourage healthy choices further strengthens self efficiency, which when students feel capable and supported, they're more likely to stick to their decision to avoid alcohol.
Message strategies applying theory. The health belief model is one of the most widely used frameworks in health communication to understand and influence health behaviors. It suggests that individuals' health related actions depend on their perceptions of risk and benefits related to the behavior, as well as their confidence and their ability to take action. The model consists of six core constructs: perceived susceptibility, perceived severity, perceived benefits, perceived barriers, cues to action, and self efficiency. Applying these constructs to underage alcohol use prevention among high school and young college students can help create messages that resonate and motivate behavior change.
Here's our reference page.